Alright, we should be live now. Audio sounds good. Just gonna set this up in Discord and then we can begin. Almost ready to start. What's good, Jax? What's good, Lucario? Welcome. We will not be doing devs first. We're going to be doing week 6 first, and then we will be revealing dev traits. Alright, let me remind myself of what happened last stream game-wise, just so I remember what to do with the sliders. I don't want team. We want league. So the game for week 4 was the Texans and Colts. That ended up being a pretty good game. Yeah, okay. And then week 5 was the Bucks and Snowhawks. Okay, who was CPU? I remember we were deciding the Bucks jersey, so the Bucks for the user. So some stats for the user have to go up then. New Teron Johnson deal, if it works, I'll pass it. And obviously both sides agree. Okay, they agree. I'll allow it. Which means the AJ Green trade also works, so I guess we'll be doing the trades live. So, Teron Johnson. I guess we have to do 2 parts here, since there's 4 things going to Toronto. I love how Naruto has, like, no picks. And then a 4 next year. Okay. So we'll swap scrubs and then re-swap the scrubs. Or I'll just swap next year's 7s and then re-swap them. Wow, what a trade. A future 7 for a 4 and a 7. How about that? Alright, there we go. And then AJ Green for Justin Lane, a 6 and a future 4. Okay. That's better than giving up a 2. I still don't think that's great value for the Ravens, but that's not terrible. Does Justin Lane even play? Where is Justin Lane? Is he hurt? Because I don't think the CPU would cut him. He's a 71 and he's young. Huh. If he's on the practice squad, I can take him off the practice squad and do it that way too. But if he's not on the roster, I can't pass it. Okay, he's not on the practice squad. Is he hurt? I'll check the chat in a second. He is not here. Justin Lane is not on the Ravens roster. Wasn't he traded in the preseason? Was he traded to the Ravens or from the Ravens, though? He was already traded away to the Steelers. Okay, that's why. So that trade doesn't happen. Okay. So if you guys want to redo that trade, we'll do it. You guys can do it before week 7 because time is up. Got him. Had to offer the Rams a trade. Can we still draft running backs? Well, knowing Naruto, yeah, with those other picks, you'll be drafting running backs with all like 3 of them. So bad at trading, you haven't been able to make anything happen. Well, the offer you offered me was a good one for you, so I guess on the bright side, it's not like you're bad at trading, but I guess I'm not dumb enough to say no. I don't know. But, I mean, there are some people who are not good trading. At least when I saw your offer, I was encouraged that you have a fair gauge in trade value. Green to wide receiver 4, I can do that. What's good, Pog? I would think Lamb would already be in the slot if you already did that manually. If not, we can do that now. AJ Green is higher than CeeDee Lamb still. And slot wide receiver is already CeeDee. Okay, cool. Rate your trading from 1 to 10. It's certainly improving. I would say like a 6. It's not great. I mean, that first AJ Green deal is a little bit shaky, but I mean, you're improving. Are you here? If so, trade Russ for draft capital. And just draft picks? Shoot, I mean, we have Chippendale, but call me on the phone. Sliders. What do I want to do? I want to up the user stuff a little bit. And then we can start Texans and Caps. I think that's going to be an interesting game. Quarterback accuracy I'm going to knock up a little bit. I think the CPU... The pass coverage is on 4 for CPU. We're going to knock it down to 3. You want to up the Alexi Yeet slider. Okay, now it's time to start. So who the heck is home? Used to be a pretty good trader back in my day. Best offer for the Cowboys would give you Shaq Griffin, Kareem Jackson of 3 and a 2. That's not unreasonable. I mean, that's a lot for Shaq Griffin, but Kareem Jackson's kind of older, so. And young corners don't come super easy. Did I pass it? Am I blind? I did. The Caps are home. Okay, so Houston is 1, Columbus is 2. Siri, can you give me a number between 1 and 2?
It's 2.
I don't know if you guys could hear it, but Siri picked 2. So that means we're going to use your Columbus, who is home. Unfortunately, the reload teams don't have any alternates because that's how Madden works. So we don't really get to pick a jersey combo, but oh well. Caps are 4-0, the only undefeated team left. What the heck? Naruto has not made the correct amount of cuts. Are we just going to manually cut people for him? Can you pick the Texans or no? What do you mean? I know he listed players to cut. I feel like I could have missed that. I'm going to cut the players that recommends me to cut, but I'm not going to cut Colbert. Because I know for a fact he wouldn't do that. Did I misvote? I did. Okay, so Cleveland he wants cut. Kenny Willekes. And James Smith-Williams. Okay, so 2 more players who do not fit up to standards. Kendricks and Maynard. I don't know if Naruto wants them cut, but we need 53 players on the roster and no more. So we're going to do that. If Naruto wants to sign those guys back, he can mention him in Discord, but I don't think he cares too much. I'll choose cut Russell Wilson. Let me make sure the depth chart wasn't, like, bad. I don't think it would be bad. Okay, it's right. Alright, now let's finally get to watching. I thought we were going to start early today. I started the stream like 2 minutes early, which is super early for me. Caps jerseys, what do we want to rock with? Do we want to go all blue, blue and white, all white? Let me see the all blues real quick. Okay, these are clean. These are really clean. Let you pick. No, it's a democracy here, Lucario. For the Texans, I would, but since the Caps are the user, we can't pick the Texans jerseys. Otherwise, I'd let you. Well, Jax wants all white. Since this is Jack's team, we'll go with all white. Okay, those actually look kind of nice too. Superstars and Superstar X Factors. We have Travis Kelce, Russell Wilson, Stephon Diggs, T.J. Watt, Demario Davis. Superstars. A lot of offensive linemen. Rodney Hudson, Brandon Brooks, Trent Brown, Carson Wentz, Earl Thomas, Tom Brady, and Shaq Thompson. Think based on the poll we're watching the Texans again next week? Well, now I'm not opposed to watching the Texans or Caps next week since we're only doing one today. But that vote is still up until Saturday. Russ has only thrown 4... Oh, well, Russ has not started the past, like, 3 weeks. I was going to say, why are his touchdowns so low? But I forgot. Please don't give Malcolm... I want to see Malcolm Tremblay in a watch game. Because he's been good in the sim, but I do not trust him in what... Why is there no logo on the field? That's so odd. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but that's a little bit weird. No Cardinals in the polls shaking. Well, maybe they'll be in the poll week 8. We should do week 7 and 8. That's the plan. We're going to do 7 and 8 on Saturday because I wanted to do another stream during the weekend. I don't really want to do it on Sunday because of the Super Bowl. I know I could do it before the Super Bowl, but Saturday's probably easier. I don't think I'll be able to do it until like later Saturday, like I don't know, like 5 or 6. But I mean, that seems like a good time to do it. You play better. That's true. To be fair, most quarterbacks play better in the sim, which is annoying, and obviously I'm still trying to fix that. But there's no logos in the end zone too. Yeah, you're right. That's so odd. Week 9 would already be decided. That's a really good game. I can't lie. I would definitely like to watch that, assuming both teams are still playing really well, which I don't know why they wouldn't. I mean, last year we had a bunch of streaky teams, including the Caps. So maybe this 4-0 start will fall down the drain, but I think this Caps team is quite good. Hardcore Texans fan. Carson Wentz is good. Well, Carson Wentz still has Superstar, and he still has an ACL, yes. I wonder what's going to happen with him. If we did not trade for Jared Goff, I would be full on board to get a guy like Carson Wentz. I know he was absolute cheeks last year, but he was like, if it weren't for his knee, he would have been the MVP of the league 3 years ago. I feel like people forget that. I feel like a change of scenery would do him like super well. I beg, trade your grades. Okay, I'll look at your grades. Or your trades. The Devin Singletary, Chris Carson, that literally could not have been more even for both sides. In my opinion. Teron Johnson for Devontae Freeman, AJ Green a 3 and a 4. I'll give that a B+. No, a B. Teron Johnson's only 26. Then AJ Green for Linder, a 6 and a 4. Which won't go into effect until next week because it was too late. I'll give that a B. Nothing crazy, but I would say they benefited your team more than not. Jared Goof equals Jared Goof. Goat. Goof. Is goof a word? What if they faked it there? That would have been funny. Do we have a what a punt? Ooh, what a punt! Down at the 1! Who is Columbus's punter? They need a raise. As a Bears fan, you're ready for Andy Dalton to start for you guys next year. That'd be funny. I would rather play Andy Dalton twice a year than Mitchell Trubisky. Because Trubisky, he only plays well twice a year, and it's whenever he plays us. So, if Mitch Trubisky's not on the Bears next year, I'm all for it. Unless it's like them getting Deshaun Watson. Braden Mann, the star development punter? What a guy. Is Aaron Jones going to get the ball more than 4 times today? He might get it more than 4 times on this drive since the Texans are backed up so deep. Trubisky goes beast mode against the Lions. It's so annoying. Is this the fullback? Is this Bawden? Is that Nick Bawden? It is Bawden. What a guy. Jumpman Bawden. Jones is hurt for the Caps. That's not good news for them. He wants to make Stafford depressed. So what does that mean? Mitchell Trubisky is going to go to San Francisco and beat Stafford twice a year? I mean, Kyle Shanahan could probably turn anybody into a good quarterback. AJ Boye for Josiah Scott this year 5 and next year 4. I feel like I missed that one. Unless you didn't just do it. Oh, I forgot to scroll up. Okay. Okay, so I'll do those trades before we sim. I totally forgot to scroll up. I thought it was only those 3. Okay. So AJ Boyer for Scott, a 5 and a 4. I'll give that an A- since you're contending. You don't want Jimmy G replaced. Well, I mean, Jimmy G will start somewhere. Alright, I'm going to need to remind myself to do those trades. Hold on. I'm going to put something in the reminders app.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 49-yard line.
I'm going to put it in for 5-10.
Jones on the carry. TJ Watt there on the tackle. 2 yards on the play. First down.
Okay, there we go. So now I won't forget. You would rather have David Arnett as your slot corner? That would have been a noof. Tom Brady trade was the worst you made. Which one was that again? I know I was the one who had Brady. But I don't remember the original trade. Hold on. Oh, you cut Brady. That's right. Yeah, okay. So you didn't get anything for him. I mean, he didn't play for us last year. He was just a backup, but... Oh, when you traded for him. Oh, yeah, probably. That was with the Caps, too, wasn't it? No, it wasn't with the Caps, because they had Wentz. It was somebody in that division. I could have sworn Washington had, like, Brady or something. Because I know Washington was the Caps. Oh, no, they got Carson Wentz from Dallas. Yeah, so the Caps did have Brady, and then they traded for Wentz with the old coach. That's right, I'm dumb. Because Wentz and Foles were both in Dallas together, and that was ironic. 14-yard punt, what a shank! Who is the Texans punter now? That's my question. Kogoat, Goatnov. I think Smeargoat sounds better. Alexei Smeargoat. That just sounds Russian. Wentz deal was a steal for Columbus. Yeah, I think they only traded like a mid-first round pick who ended up not being all that good. Got an injury. It's this gentleman, whoever that is. I don't know, but he's hurt. I wasn't looking at the screen, so I was trying to find the trade. Tremblay time. Tremblay's in the game. Give him the ball, Wentz. Yes! And he didn't fumble it. He actually got the first down. Cards trading up to get you is the best trade. I don't know about an OFL history. I mean, back when we didn't have the veto system, the veto system was only implemented for OFL 21, so some of those old trades, I didn't delete them. We still have all that old stuff saved, so... But in OFL 21, at the time, that looked like such a dumb deal. But with how Smirnoff's played, I can't really argue against it for the Cardinals. OFL 22 should be better for you out of the gate. Yeah, since you certainly know what you're doing, more than you did at the start. Ooh, O-lineman. Too bad I have none of those. Too bad Garrett and Barrett are going to enter your backfield this week. Oh, look at Tremblay on the screen, getting 20. Octi is an honorary Russian. I appreciate the compliment. And yes, I do the advantage. I'm one of the comrades. I feel so special. Wentz is 6 for 6. Normally, he'd be like 1 for 6. The Michael Thomas trade really changed. That really did. Because that trade was so bad for Pro. Pro got better at it too, but... To an extent, that kind of started the domino effect, yeah. Didn't even know football at the start? Yeah, well, going into OFL 22, you'll know more about football, so that's certainly an improvement from when you started. That'll probably be an improvement from now, too. I'm not saying you're bad now, but, I mean, considering you've only known the game for so long, the more knowledge, the better, I guess. Don't think linemen don't... Well, in Madden, they don't matter that much, yeah. Nice touchdown for this guy. King. I have no clue that... Roy King. I don't know who you are. Thought you were giving Julio or Evans a partner in crime. I forgot you had Julio on your team. I know you had Evans because he was a cheat code in watch games. But, yeah, you did have Julio. That's right. YDY. Instead, you traded the goddamn trade system. Didn't we have a veto in, like, OFL 19, though? Yeah, we did when Apple joined the league, when he traded for Carson Wentz, and he traded, like, his whole entire team. And we thought that trade was so bad. And then Apple's team made the OFL ball that year. I think, well, we wanted to veto that, but we didn't, because Apple eventually got Wentz. Those were the days, and now Apple's a good coach, and now he has a new X Factor on his team. This is why you're trying to trade Russ. I mean, there's got to be some taker. If I didn't have Chippendale, shoot, sign me up. And I mean, not that Chippendale's even played well this year, but I still believe in them. Your defense can't stop anything. Well, the Texans have 0 points, so you're doing something right. But so far on this drive, I will say Colbert and the offense is looking good. Remember your early trades? Yeah, I think we've all improved since OFL 19, even me. I've had some bad trades in my day, believe it or not. Made only one trade. Was it a good one? That's the question. You don't know if watch you've made it to the red zone. Well, we've only seen one game, not including this one, so I really don't remember. They have gotten a very good receiver. Ooh! I know you said you were talking to Ian. Who does Ian have on his team at wide receiver, though? I feel like he has, like, Tyler Lockett. I could be totally wrong about it. I'm going to check who his receivers are, because I'm now curious. I don't know the Rams all that well. But I feel like they have Tyler Lockett. They do have Tyler Lockett, yes. I'm a smarty pants. Ding, 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 you got it. Tyler Lockett and Drake Kendrick. That's a pretty nice duo. Gotta love how Madden overalls don't matter in the slightest. You are absolutely right about that. They do not matter at all. Madden Sim is literally just luck and whoever they like. Whoever the game likes. Colbert is a 55 overall. In no way should he be putting up similar numbers to what Patrick Mahomes would be doing in this game. Alex Snow as well. Alex Snow is like a ridiculous play. He's one of the best rookies in the class, and he didn't get picked. And his rating suggests that he should not have been picked. Not as good as Gallup, Crowder, and Lamb, but the thing Lockett's better than all of them. Lockett's like an 88 probably. Those guys aren't 88s. But, I mean, Lamb and Crowder have devs, though. Lockett, I think, only has star, which is dumb, first off. Tyler Lockett should never have been a star entering the year in real life because he's kind of a beast. But best duo is Hakeem Butler and Hollywood Brown. Actually, it's just Hakeem Butler and Hakeem Butler because Hakeem Butler's out there. Hakeem Butler shows why the sim matters in the draft because I'd never picked him. Hakeem Butler, and now Hakeem Butler is like one of my favorite players in real life. Okay, maybe that's a stretch, but he's a guy who I now like and paying attention. I liked him a lot when he came out of Iowa State, so I was kind of paying attention to him originally. But after the OFL now, I kind of want to see him do really well. And now that him and Tyree Jackson, who are like my boys, now that they're on the same team, I kind of have to like be a half Eagles fan, which is kind of hard to do because there's a part of me that doesn't really want to root for the Eagles. But, I mean, Hakeem Butler and Tyree Jackson are my dudes, so. Probably gonna look at Joey Bosa. Gonna tap that into the memory bank. I'm kidding, I'm not gonna remember that. But Joey Bosa would certainly be a good pick in the first round. Imagine what Kermit will do to us. Knowing this game, Kermit would do no better in Colbert. Butler and Jackson are the same position. Exactly. They were quarterbacks and wide receivers coming out of college, and now they're both tight ends. In the tight end factory known as Philadelphia. I mean, Zach Ertz is probably gone, but they still have Goddard, and they could pick Kyle Pitts, which would be a little bit funny. I mean, Kyle Pitts is a stud, but that would be a little bit funny. I don't even think Pitts there would be a bad pick, but I'd like to see how this town reacts about picking a tight end at 6. That would be enjoyable. Best tight end is definitely Tim Tebow, yes. In trades, can we add more? Yeah, you can add more than 3 pieces. So, like, you can, like, trade for one player and give up, like, 5 pieces. That's fine. As long as it passes, of course, but if it does, yeah. That should have been a pick 6. That was right in his goddamn hands. Why did he do anything? That was in his hands. Kyle Pitts equals knockoff Darren Waller. That's not unreasonable. I mean, that could certainly... Again! Another opportunity to do something. But, I mean, Kyle Pitts turns into Darren Waller, but blossoms earlier than Waller. Is that worth the 6th pick? I don't really know. You need to turn up interceptions or catching. The interception sliders are like 50 is way too high for both user and CPU. Because for those who remember when we started off OFL 21, when there was like in that first week when there were like 3 interceptions per team in a game, didn't Patrick Mahomes throw like 5 picks in week 1 or something last year? Something just absurd. First down, there's Stephon Diggs, not quite in the end zone. You're getting mad at this defense. I don't blame you. They're getting carved up by Carson Wentz. And a running back who has lower carrying than I would. And spoiler alert, I would probably fumble it every time I touch the ball. If I was a running back, that ball would be coming out like every play. Okay, that sentence I just said, please don't take it out of context because that sounds super rude. Diggs always looks cool in the white and blue. I can't lie, he does look cool in the Cap jerseys.
Makes the score Caps 14, Texans 3.
Cook's gonna cook. So the Caps are up by 11. The Texans don't really have time to do anything. They do have all 3 of their timeouts, but 27 seconds left. I'm not expecting them to score here. Who starts with the ball? I think Houston does? I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure Houston starts with the ball, so they'll have an opportunity in the second half. Man, this is like watching a Raiders game. Well, if the Texans were the Raiders, they wouldn't have 3 points. Maybe the defense would suck. Ooh, I want to see Colbert launch a Hail Mary. Yes. That's not a Hail Mary. We want to see Colbert launch Hail Marys. Who wants to see something look hilarious? We can just look outside and travel to, you can travel to New York. They have something funny. It's called the Jets. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry. Are they not going to call time here? Oh, they will. Hail Mary time or field goal. Oh, they might kick the field goal, aren't they?
First down,
Yep, a 60-yarder. We want a Hail Mary. What a weak call. This is not going in. There's no way. Not even close. And now Wentz can lob up a Hail Mary. In watch games, there aren't enough yeets. There were so many yeets in Madden 20, and there are like no yeets in Madden 21. And I don't know why, but it's kind of sad. Everyone hates the CPU for not letting Colbert launch up a Hail Mary. Oh, they're just going to run it. I don't really blame them.
That's the end of the first.
What is this, Green Bay going for the field goal? Is that Matt LaFleur? And what, Colbert is our version of Aaron Rodgers? What a comparison. The Texans have 73 rushing yards. They're actually running the ball today. But it's not producing. They're not getting anything out of it. Probably because they have the 55 at quarterback. Houston does start the ball here in the third quarter, so they have another opportunity to do something. It's time for Colbert to show why he is an OFL quarterback. Whether he should be or not, he is. So it's time to show the world what he's made of.
Number 33, Aaron Jones, the ball carrier.
Yes, I'm Aaron Rodgers. No, you're better than Aaron Rodgers. This is the way Houston ran it 3 times last in the watch game. This Houston's offense is just so confusing. It would be so unconfusing if Russ was like in the game, but Colbert has been so good in sim, I can't even really fault them. And Colbert's been efficient today. He's 8 for 13, no turnovers. He hasn't been great, but for a 55 overall, he's looked more like an 80. Which is typical Madden. I mean, Brian Amaya and Keaton Howleting have won games at quarterback, so if they can, anyone can. Hashtag Wilson for... No, we want Colbert for watched.
First down, Houston.
If Russ was the starter, I don't know if we will be watching this game right now. Put it that way. Colbert is more interesting than Russ. Although Russ is rated higher, obviously. But we want to see Colbert live in action.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Where will Russ... Who knows?
Second and 5.
I mean, not a whole lot of teams need quarterbacks, though. That's the thing. I mean, there are certainly some teams who would take them. I mean, if I was Alpo, I would try to do something there. But there aren't a ton of teams who need quarterbacks. Not Toronto, indeed, not Toronto. I wonder how many first-round quarterbacks FG put in the class. I know he sent me a list of all the first-rounders. Because he did the draft class in like one day. Like those Jaguars and Cavs draft classes, they do not take me one day. Okay, there are 2 quarterbacks. I'm not going to share anything about them, but there's 2 of them. Alpo still thinks, well, Riddle is good, but he's also not a Patriot. If Riddle was still there, he would definitely be the starter. But now he's a backup to Goof. All right, they're going to kick the field goal here now. Who is their kicker? I don't know. Russell Wilson is the holder, by the way. So Russ is playing, but I'm sure he'd prefer not to be holding balls. That's what she said. Brandon McManus. If Brandon McManus can't make a 60-yard kick, no one can. So, but I mean, that 60-yarder wasn't even close. I mean, McManus is known for his leg. Then again, so are all kickers, but like, especially McManus. So now it's technically a one-score game as the Caps are up by 8. Carson Wentz was very good in the first half. McManus, the former Cardinal. What a guy. Malcolm Tremblay, 2 carries, 20 yards. And he's had a few nice catches. Malcolm Tremblay's been quite good today. I mean, we know he can't carry, but he's also built like a stick. I know his trucking and break tackle stats are like super low, if I remember correctly. It's kind of like Thunder and Lightning. You got Connor as the Thunder, and Tremblay as the Lightning. 2 yards a carry, but he has he serves a purpose. Now he's averaging a lot more. Hello there, I'm a kicker. What are you known for, I cannot speak. What am I know you for, I ask? What? I cannot read. What am I know for, you ask? Alright, that's your... known, okay. That's why I'm confused. My cooking, of course. That would have been funnier if I actually was spitting out English there. But since I can't read... Tremblay versus Wagner is going to be a battle. A lopsided battle. A lopsided battle in favor of Tremblay. No, but if this was OFL 20 Bobby Wagner, Tremblay would fumble it like 12 times. Coach Colbert missed her 6 rings, and the Seahawks should have ran the ball. Shout out Lions legend Darrell Bevel. You have found the thing that will make you laugh. The Packers kicking a field goal in the playoffs. That make me laugh.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Caps are ticking away at this clock. There's about a minute left in the third quarter, and this is still their first drive at the half. As Shaq Thompson with the sack.
Brought down back at the 36-yard line.
I think that's like the first sack of the game for either team. How about first play of the Steelers-Browns wildcard game in 2020? That was funny, yes. That was funny.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5, it's Tremblay! If you take out the ones, Carson Wentz is 6 for 9. Nice. So the Texans add a field goal. The Caps are moving the ball down the field as Columbus is still in control, but this game is not quite over. This defense is not good, I agree. The Texans defense has not played up to their standards today. Nice D! Dick says, Ayo, what? Team averages like 0.5 sacks a game, so not surprising. And in Madden Sim, you need a really good pass rush to do well, so it's kind of odd that you guys don't get to the quarterback, but you're still about to be 5-0. But, I mean, wins are wins, so... Wentz going back to the end zone, another touchdown. Is that the same guy who got the first one? Is that King again? Roy Canyon with his 4th touchdown catch of the year. This guy has 4 touchdowns already in 5 games. He must be pretty good. Wentz can just decide to play well, and he can decide to suck. I take it that Doug Peterson is not on the Columbus Cap staff. Otherwise, Wentz's like 17 for 20 would turn into like 4 for 20. No wonder Naruto wanted Teron Johnson. Indeed. And Teron Johnson has clearly not fixed this this problem on defense that they've had. Good throw from Colbert, but we want to see him yeet it. He had a few nice deep balls last game against the Colts.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 3. Another short pass. I mean, I guess it's a smart decision because it worked out, but we want to see yeets. There's 6 minutes left. You guys have to get on the scoreboard soon. We can't have these check-down, rinky-dink passes. What is his throw on the run rating? I feel like it's pretty good. Based on that throw and a few other throws he's had. I mean, he can make plays with his legs, not just as a runner. And right as I say that, he gets sacked by T.J. Watt and friend. Yeah, if the Texans don't get it here, they pretty much have to go for it. They don't really have a choice. Not 5 wide set, but it is an empty backfield. I was about to say 5 wide, but there's a tight end. Yeet time, that's not a yeet. Sounds like 4th and 12. Yeah, they have to go for it. Colbert, you dumb boy. You dumb son of the gun. Time to yeet it. One-on-one coverage. I mean, that's kind of the yeet, but he missed the mark. So now the Caps just have to choose some clock. If they get a field goal, that does make it a 3-score game. Or a touchdown. Goat with a goat-like throw. Wink, wink. Yeah, they just got to give the ball to James Conner, their power man. The Texans have allowed 69 rushing yards today. Nice. Why is Colbert starting over Wilson? I don't know. At least Colbert's play calling has been better. That's true. Another good run from James Conner to the 10-yard line. So now no longer have the Texans allowed 69 rushing yards. Caps have been in the red zone 3 times. They have 3 red zone touchdowns. Can't really beat that. Wentz is still throwing dimes, 19 of 22. Malcolm Tremblay, 6 catches, 66 yards. What kind of voodoo stuff is this? As the tight end drops it. Colbert trying to motivate his team. Yeah, I'm sure I'd be motivated by a 55 overall. The funniest meme that can be made with an animal in the off-topic chat. I don't know. Good sack for DeMario Davis, though. So Columbus is going to kick the field goal here, make it an 18-point game. Which, assuming this kick is made, I guess it is time to sim unless the Texans have some miraculous comeback.
His kick is good.
Joey Sly actually made a short kick. How about that? All right, we'll do normal speed. I did not mean to do change of possession. Oh well. Let's see what Colbert can do now in the sim. His friend. Okay, you're moving the ball down the field nicely. 20-yarder for Devontae Parker. TJ Watt with 2 sacks. 4th and 5. And they convert to a 1. And they score. So Colbert had a nice drive in the sim. Why didn't they go for 2 there? One side is recovered by Columbus, so that pretty much does it. Now Colbert throws it downfield. Now he does. Yeah, that'll do it. The Caps will remain undefeated another day. As I just get my reminder to do the trades at 5:10. That was like perfect timing. So Columbus is 5-0. I believe the Texans are now 3-3. I don't think the sliders were terrible today. I know it wasn't all that close, but both teams ran the ball fairly well. The passing, for the most part, was fine. I mean, Colbert is a 55 overall, so it's kind of hard to make judgments based off of what you see from a guy like him. Can we watch on every game? We don't have time. Colbert with exactly 100 quarterback rating. His stats were so inflated from the one drive in the sim. He did not throw I don't even know if he was over 50% in the regular game, and now he's at 67. Carson Wentz was very good. Running the ball, Aaron Jones actually got the ball today. He wasn't all that impressive. James Conner and Malcolm Tremblay were both pretty good. Sammy Watkins led the game in catches. Malcolm Tremblay is the devil. Kelsey was good. 2 touchdowns for rookie Roy King. Brandon Cooks also scored. There were a few sacks in the 4th quarter. I don't think any beforehand, though. 1.5 for Watt, 1 for Davis, 1 for Thompson, and half a sack for Brockers. And there were no interceptions. Alright, so I'm going to put the trades in, and then we can simulate. Alright, so the 2 teams we need... we have Pittsburgh and Toronto, and KC and Houston. Okay. And then we will officially simulate the week, see what happens, and of course, depth traits for all of the rookies. Caps 5th. Okay. So I would take it that's the 5th. And the Toronto 4 would have to be 100. Based on them having the 4th projected pick. Because that's how numbers work. Okay, that trade is a success. And Jalen Hurts for a 4th round pick this year. The Texans are becoming the new quarterback factory. Naruto's going to have to cut another player. The game is going to cut Colbert, so if Naruto is here and you would like to manually cut someone, I'll show you players who the game recommends. How are you going to get disappointed this time? Can we all admire the animal in the off-topic chat? Here are the players you can cut, by the way. What in the heck is that like a mule with a hump? Seems like the game wants you to cut Nasir Stewart. I'll show you other options. Why do they have so many quarterbacks? Because they're a quarterback factory. Alright, who out of these guys do you want to cut? Cut Tom Brady. Okay. I can do that. Game has you at 55. You're probably right. Yeah, the game does have you at 55, so you can do those two, and then we can officially sim. If I was a coach, first thing I'd do, sign Tom. Sign Big Tom. Samson. Who is Samson? This guy. Can you make the Brady sweepstakes can start next week, yeah. And move Billy Stern or Strain. This guy, okay. Alright, time to sim. Fully expecting a loss from the Diablos today. Can't get disappointed if you don't have expectations. Brady for Mr. Smirnov. Yeah, we did lose. Chiefs are 4-2. We're in the basement. That's fun. 28-31. So our defense lost us the game, not the offense. Phil was on his A game. 3 touchdowns, no picks, but Gardner Minshew also threw for 3 touchdowns. Cam Akers was good. Josh Jacobs only had 10 carries. I don't know why he only touched the ball 10 times. Yeah, Marquise Brown and Zach Pascal were both quite good. Hawkinson only had 1 catch. If we lose to the damn Eagles, yeah, you're probably going to have a field day on them. Unless their defense chooses to start to play well. Sacks for Uche, Barrett, and Kaiser. Interception for Keanu. So they had no sacks, no picks, and they still won. Steelers beat the Dolphins 22-17. Dolphins, I think, are what, like 2-4 now? Riley Painter has not been very good this year. He just hasn't. Mookie Gray was okay. He did throw for 2 scores. Who were you playing? I don't remember. Wow, Nick Chubb. Holy cow, what a game. Kenyon Drake had a lot of touches, only 2.8 yards a carry, though. Mark Andrews was good. Deontay Johnson, Mike Evans. Malachi Arnold scores. If Alexei Smirnov dominates against the Eagles like he should, will the conversation of Smirnov was the right pick start to actually be legit? Because based on their play, I think that's a legit conversation we can have. 27-13. So it was the offense who actually lost it this time. How did Smirnov do? 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Not bad. Buckley was not great, but Austin Buckley has had a pretty good year. Jalen Hurts has just got... What? I'm not cutting Jalen Hurts for Naruto because he just traded for him. So, no, I'm not going to cut him. That's just handing away a 4th-round pick, so because you just traded him, I'm not going to cut him. You're buffering at 144, that's no bueno. Devontae Adams has been really good this year. The go-to man for Mr. Smirnov. It's Foyesade Eloakun, what a guy. And then interceptions for 2 for Justin Timer. I thought his name was Justin Turner. Oh well. And 1 for Foyesade Eloakun. Niners at a bye week. Jaguars beat the Jets 31-13. Looks like Joe Burrow has not had a good year at all. Okay, he was better today. But Joe Burrow has been nowhere near as good as he was last year. Matt Ryan reverting back to last year Matt Ryan. Imagine trading a 4th for a 4th-string quarterback you cut. A.J. Brown, Justin Jefferson were both good. Jerry Jeudy's had a quiet year. Tyler Croft scores. Interceptions for Gladney, Jordan Lewis, and Isaiah Simmons. Jets obviously lost. Dallas gets on the win column. They upset the Lions 27-24. So the Eagles are the last team to get a win, if they do, and I'm going to assume they do. Josh Allen was very good. Jameis Winston was pretty good too. Naruto, what in the hell are you got to request a trade? Melvin Gordon was okay. Marlon Mack was a little bit quiet. Touchdowns for Mark Blaylock and Darrell Henderson. Jarvis Landry and Aaron Nash both with big games. Aaron Nash has been really good for the Lions. He was well worth that first-round pick. I love how everybody had at least 59 yards who caught a pass except for Doyle. Like, if you caught a pass and your name is not Jack Doyle, you had a big game. That also means each team had like 4 players catch passes. Two sacks from Malik Collins. Looks like both pass rushes were pretty good. And an interception for Shaquille Griffin. Thankful for Dallas Cowboys. Oh my, high score. Toronto beats the Packers in overtime. It looks like the Packers were up 31-14 going into halftime, and they lost. 571 offensive yards for Toronto. Jesus Christ. Mahomes was decent. Aaron Rodgers threw for 4 touchdowns, so Toronto's defense actually failed them today. Chris Carson in his debut was very good. Mark Ingram also scores twice. Dalvin Cook is back, it looks like. He's been hurt pretty much all year. CeeDee Lamb with a good game. 2 touchdowns for T.Y. Hilton. Nice amount of yards for Gallup. Yeah, this would have been a very fun game to watch. But if it was a watched game, it would have been like 17-10. No sacks allowed. That doesn't mean there weren't any sacks. Yeah, Kenny Clark had a sack. And interceptions for Josh Jackson and Drake Kirkpatrick. We will make you think you're good until you're not. Panthers have won 3 in a row. Looks like the defending champs are back on track after a slow start. Wow, a lot of good quarterback play. 3 touchdowns and 3 sacks for Baker Mayfield. 3 touchdowns and 3 sacks for Lamar Jackson. Zach Moss was the leading rusher today. Tommy Knighton scores. Buddy, you are getting embarrassed by this. Is there a way to eradicate read options from a playbook? I doubt it, but that's an interesting question. Demarcus Robinson was very good. Touchdowns for Duvernay, Chark, Gesicki, Odell, and Cameron Brate. Looks like we have quite a few sacks today. 1.5 for Aaron Donald and Jalen Smith. 1 for Armstead, McKinney, and Mosley. New England actually gets a win. They beat the Ravens 21-14. Who started? Was it still Bo Richter? It was still Jackson Bo Richter, who was decent. He got sacked 6 times. So Bo Richter was sacked 6 times. Locke was not sacked once. But New England still wins. Odd. Curtis Samuel, Gus Babus, Darius Geis, and Drew Lock all with rushing touchdowns. Imagine losing to the boa constrictor. Darius Geis was the top receiver. You don't like to see that. Cameron Clark allowed 3 sacks. Who had all the sacks? Did Alex Snow have like 3? Nobody at half. 2 for Kimoko Toure, 1.5 for Snacks, 1 for Roberts, half for Snow, Maddox, and Kevin Grimes. The Raiders have lost to the Rams. Looks like the Rams ran the ball pretty well, so maybe that trade's going to be a win-win for both teams. Justin Herbert did outplay Eddie Small. Small actually was not that good at all. Hey, that rhymed. That was not supposed to rhyme, but it did. Carlos Hyde, David Montgomery, Devin Singletary all score. Allen Robinson was quite good. Laviska Shenault with a touchdown. 1 catch, 0 yards, and a score for Tyler Ford. What a performance. How many wins do the Rams have? Hold on. They are 3-4. So the Rams have already past their win total from last year. Saints, after starting off 0-3, have now won 3 in a row. Is Peters a right end or a left end? He's a left end, yeah. How's Ayuk been this year? He has not been the same Ayuk as last year. Or that's what it appears. Jimmy Garoppolo and Tua Tagovailoa are both pretty average. DeAndre Swift scores. Chase Edmonds scores. 5-1, comrades. Chad Williams was the leading receiver. He had 1 catch today. Good performance from N'Keal Harry. Not a lot of sacks. So it looks like this game wasn't all that interesting. Jalen Ramsey with a pick. The Snowhawks are 5-1. Fully expecting them to go 8-8, just kind of like what they did last year. But the Bulldogs are a good team, so this is a very big win. 2 touchdowns and 2 picks for both Deshaun Watson and Kyler Murray. Watson, however, was sacked 5 times. Murray was not sacked once. Why is Deshaun Watson, like, not that good in this game? Zeke was pretty solid, so was Miles Sanders. Kyler, as well, found the end zone. Sterling Shepard with a big game. Who is Larry Maxwell? Why is this guy so good? He played really well in the watch game last week. Eric Ebron, how many drops, though? Doesn't say. He probably had like 15. Damon Bass with a touchdown, along with Tony Pollard. Who had all the sacks for Portland? 2 for Buckner, 1 for Jones, 1 for Simmons, and 1 for Quinnen. And 2 interceptions for Xavier Howard, 1 for Mike Faulkner, and the other by Fabian Moreau. Eric Ebutt dropped him his prime. Steamers at a bye week. Steelers won. Texans lost. Thunderbirds won. Chiefs beat the Titans 24-27. Isaiah Thomas was solid. He got... Why are there so many sacks? It's been like this every week. Teddy was not great. Of course, Teddy chooses to not play well against the Chiefs. Philip Lindsay scores twice. Eric E. Brickhands. Juice scored. Kyle Juszczyk. Nick Boyle, the blocking tight end with a big game. Hunter Bryant scores. Shane Lemieux allowed 4 sacks. Oregon legend. It looks like he allowed sacks to the linebackers. 2 for Kwiatkowski, 2 for Schobert, 1 for Roquan, 1 for Joseph, 1 for Hughes. Did I win? No, you guys did not win. The Patriots ended up beating you guys. Chris Harris and Trayvon Diggs with interceptions. Bengals lost. Bills had a bye week. The Bucks lose to the Cougars. What are the Bucks? They are 2-3. The Cougars appear to be very good once again this year. Daniel Jones and Jordan Love were both okay. Nice completion percentage for J-Lo. Assistant head coach of Deshaun Watson's, the Texans. Touchdown for Damian Williams. 2 for Carrion. Yay. Will Fuller with a touchdown. Cole Beasley, Terry McLaurin. 2 sacks allowed by Jake Matthews. Deion Jones, I guess, probably had both of them. And a pick for Dante Jackson. Bulldogs, did we see? Yeah, they did. They lost to the Hawks. Caps won. Cardinals won. Chargers won. Chiefs won. Colts at a bye week. Cougars won. Cowboys won. And that brings us back to us. Okay. Now it's time for standings. Players of the week. And then dev traits. Hold on, everybody. 1 second here. The Eagles are the only winless team, right? Yeah, the Eagles are 0-6. The only teams with 1 wins are the Packers. The Packers are 1-5. That's crazy. The Bengals have only 1 win, and the Cowboys only have 1 win. AFC North, Chicago is 4-1. They appear to be in control. Steelers are a pretty good team. Ravens look like they're rebuilding again, and the Bengals kind of suck. Colts 4-1. They still lead the South pretty easily. Just so everyone knows, if you didn't watch the Caps game, you would have won. Who knows, maybe. 196 points allowed by the Eagles in 6 games. Yikes, that's over 30 a game. Jets lead the East. Who's going to win this mess of a division? AFC West currently belongs to the Chiefs. We suck balls. NFC North. Toronto is now a game ahead of Detroit. Panthers still lead the South, although the Saints are catching up. Caps 5-0. The Bulldogs have lost 3 straight. This is now Columbus's division to lose. Dallas on the board with a win. Eagles are still pretty bad. Snowhawks and Cardinals 5-1. Niners and Rams not too far behind. This NFC West is even better than it was last year now that the Rams are competitive. Alright, I'm just going to alert the Discord that we're showing devs. So if anybody sees it and wants to come in who's not already here. Alright, we can start. Players of the week: Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Ramsey, and Nick Kwiatkowski. What is the best scoring team? That's a good question. Panthers are in last, even though they're over 500. A tie between the Caps and the Cardinals. The Caps have only played 5 games, and the Cardinals have played 6, so I would give the edge to the Caps. How long has the FGFL been around? I don't know, but longer than the OFL has, I think. I think he started in, like, Madden 18? I'm not entirely sure, because I wasn't in the community then in Madden 18. Or I wasn't in his community. I was making videos then, obviously. We're going to save Chip and Dale for last. We're going to start with the Dolphins. I know they had 1 or 2. Mark Carter has normal. Sierra had... they might have not had any hit-ins. Drummond is normal and injured. Yeah, I don't think they had any. Eagles. Darian Kinney has normal. He's only 20, though. Cortez Figueroa, he has hidden. Probably not X Factor, but could it be star? Could it be superstar? Cortez Figueroa has superstar. So even though the Eagles have not been any good, it seems like they made a good first-round draft pick. Didn't he have like a hidden running back? I mean, it's Meals. He always has random hidden devs. Might have been Gresham. It was not Gresham. I know he had more than 1 hidden dev. Come on. Okay, I guess he only had 1. Niners. I think their only hidden is Vernon Carter, the tight end. He has Superstar X Factor. Hello. Vernon Carter is an X Factor. Dang, FG really wanted to make another Darren Waller. Can every player in a class be X Factor? I don't think so. I think it, like, caps off at a certain number. He has 90 speed, too. Wow, what a pick for the Niners. I don't think anybody else here has hidden. Jacksonville. Sean Bartell has normal. J.D. Knight has hidden. What does Mr. Knight have? He has star. Okay. That's our first star of the day. We got a superstar and a superstar X Factor before a star. So that means we're in for some fireworks, fellas. Zendaya Washington, he was a rookie last year. I believe that's it for Jacksonville. Jets. Bobby Wilson is hidden. What's good, Rob? Welcome. You guys did win, so the Panthers are now 3-2, and I believe in first place in the South, although that division is very close. Whoa! He has X Factor! How many X Factors are in this class? We've already seen 2. He doesn't even play. He's like the 3rd stringer. Isn't he? That's a shame. I mean, Derrick Henry, Sony Michel, and Bobby Wilson. That's clearly a pretty good backfield. So are we just getting all the X factors out of the way or something? Slauson, I think I said in. Yeah, he is star. Okay. Oh, Mitchell was a rookie last year. Lions. Aaron Nash had hit it. He has played very well thus far. What if he has X Factor, then I don't know what I'm going to say. He has star. Okay, he's a tall glass of water. Holy cow. Both Wilsons are getting wasted. He's 6'5". Okay. Chris Silver, that was last year. Yeah, I think only one for the Lions. Can you check your 53 overall left tackle? Sure can. Quinn Waters is normal. Davey Savage, I believe, is hidden. He is star. Okay. Ruiz might add hidden. No, he is normal. Alright, I think that's it for the Packers. Carolina Panthers. They had like 5 hiddens. Starting with wide receiver Asaya Stewart. Asaya? Is that how I say that? He is star. Okay. You had 3. I know you guys picked a bunch late. Maybe it's not 5, but... Van Nalen, I know, is hidden. The Coastal Carolina corner. He is star. So no luck so far for Carolina. They're bound to take one superstar. They're bound to have one. Robertson is normal. I got to check all of these rookies because I don't remember who had which. Ben Spriggs has hidden. And he is star. No luck so far for Carolina. Do they have any more? Knighton might have had hidden. No, he is normal. Sean James, I think, had hidden, yes. Will Sean James break the curse for Carolina? Nope, he is star. So no late round super gems. But 4-star devs is pretty good, unless there's someone we're missing. Burley was last year. Okay. New England, I don't think had any. Just very un-Alpo-esque. Yeah, he just drafted quarterbacks. Raiders. Who is Mark Carpenter? Do you have hidden? He does not. Eddie Small. This is a big one. What does quarterback Eddie Small have? I have a feeling he's going to have star. He's going to have star or he's going to have X Factor. He's not going to be a superstar. He is star. Okay. Did your middle linebacker have hidden? I don't remember. We haven't gotten to you guys yet. Did the Raiders have any more? I don't think so. Did Javier Joseph have it? No. Gregory Chance, I know, did. He's going to have something ridiculous, isn't he? Was Chip the right pick? Well, knowing that Small has star, that makes me feel better. Gregory Chance, a 4th-round pick, has Superstar X Factor. So that means Chance has it, Vernon Carter has it, and Bobby Wilson. That's 3 players. Only one of them was picked in the 1st round. Rams. Jim Kelly had hidden. Jim Kelly has star. So he's not like the previous Jim Kelly. Anton Whitfield, he had normal. Jawan Kemp had hidden, didn't he? Yes, he did. First running back we saw had X Factor. What about this one? Even when you're not there, the Raiders make good picks. How many X Factors have the Raiders drafted in OFL 21? Because they had Beaver last year. So the Raiders clearly are good luck. Colt Bingham has normal. I think that's it for the Rams. Ravens. Dre Kendrick. What does he have? This is a big one. Kendrick was the 3rd overall pick. I think Kendrick is the highest drafted player we've looked at so far. Tremblay will be the bell cow back in the sim if he gets that carrying to at least like 50. Dre Kendrick has starred. Okay. So is Gregory Ford going to be the best quarterback or receiver in this class? I don't think they had any other hit-ins. No. Snow is normal, right? Yeah, he hasn't played like a normal, but he has normal. Still not a bad pick. No, Kendrick is still a pretty solid pick. Saints, they have a few guys in the 70s. I don't know how many hit-ins they have, though. None of these guys do. Montel Quintana. That's a fun name to say. 4th round receiver, X Factor, 3rd overall pick, star. Montel Quintana has star. I don't think there's anybody else. Orlando. Vincent Moore is normal, yeah. Who was your 1st round pick? Matty Dublin, I think, has hidden. No, he doesn't. Okay, I'm dumb. Dominic Sermon has normal. I totally forget who their 1st pick was. Darren Quickly, who has superstar. We have not seen a lot of superstars. Quickly has Ripper. And what is his awareness, by the way? Because he's a Harvard boy. 87. Okay, I knew FG would make it high. Now he won't be shocked if Boyd... I feel like one of those 285 overall corners has to have the X Factor. Not both, but I feel like one of them has to. Andrew Martin. I think he was a high projected pick. He's not any good, but he does have hidden. And he's only 20. He has superstar. So this looks like a massive bust, but he is 20 years old with superstar dev. Larry Maxwell as normal, even though he's a stud. Kevin Radovich was last year, okay. McAllister was last year. Wait a second, Alex Snow was a 64 at the start of the season? Yeah, I guess he was. Did the Steamers have any? Khalil Baker might have. He does. He was a late round guy, I think, Khalil Baker. Aaron Nash has star. So does Khalil Baker here. So, I mean, picking Gregory Chance at 3rd overall didn't seem to make a lot of sense there, so I don't really blame you. Obviously, hindsight is 20/20. What does Traylon Bone have? Bone is normal. This guy's last name is Arnold. He better have hidden. No, I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed in UFG. What did Bo Morrow have? I forgot about him. He only is normal. Rip. Steelers, they had a few. I'm very curious about Malachi Arnold. Flynn? Where'd I get Flynn? Ward had normal. Yeah, I saw this guy in Flynn. Parks had normal. Alexei Krinin... How the hell do I say that? Krasinowski. Alexei Krasinowski. I think I got that one right. The 87 meme character. What a guy. Alexei here has star. If Malachi Arnold does not have X Factor, I will be disappointed. Hold on, wait a second. They have 3 players in the 80s or better? The Steelers' 4th best player is DJ Fluker. I did not know that. Come on, please have X Factor. FG had to have given a stud receiver with the last name Arnold X Factor. Good. Good. Malachi Arnold has X Factor. Good. Texans. Do we want to save Colbert for the end? We're going to save Colbert for the end. Harvey Grady is star. Reggie Peters has Superstar X Factor. How many is that? Like 6? I mean, Reggie Peters has played like an X Factor, so I can't say I'm really all that surprised. So we've had Peters, Arnold, Chance, Carter, and Wilson. That's 5. And then Wally has Superstar X Factor as well, so that's 6. The Thunderbirds drafted 2 X Factors, although one of them is an offensive lineman. I'm still going to count him. That's 6 X Factors we're at so far. Titans. Nolan Powers, I think, was normal, yes. Rigo was obviously Superstar. That was last year. Stephon Cloud, I think, was normal, yes. Eat it, nerd! Arnold Strainer does have... Does Arnold Strainer have X Factor, actually? Hold on, I'm actually kind of curious. I know he was a rookie last year, but I kind of want to check now. I know it says Superstar. Okay, no, it's actually Superstar. Alright, back to the top of the alphabet. And obviously we have Texans at the end. Bengals. Najee Freeman has Superstar. There you go. Another Superstar. Freeman has Recuperation. He was not a player I don't think a lot of people looked at in scouting, but clearly he's pretty good. This guy was a rookie last year. What about Brandon Smith? He has hidden. This stream has been a huge W for you guys. Yes, it has. A win and a Reggie Peters X Factor. Brandon Smith has star. It looks like the Bengals really improved their secondary, though. Bills. Teron Griffin, fullback, normal. What about Lonzo? Lonzo here has normal. Jamie Winslow has hidden, an offensive tackle. X Factor center for the Lulz. I think the Thunderbirds are the only team who's drafted 2 X Factors in one draft this year. Unless the Raiders did last year and I'm forgetting, but I don't think they did. Melton was a rookie last year. He doesn't count. I think that's it for the Bills. Bucks. Jake Weatherford has normal. Cam Newton probably has hidden, yes. Cam Newton, what a guy. Or Cameron, excuse me, as he actually goes by. Cameron Newton has Superstar. So, the new best Cam Newton out of Auburn. How about that? Who was their first round pick? It was Gilbert. He's the 75 everything, right? Yeah. Gilbert Knight. Bam, yam, Cameron Newton. What if Gilbert is X Factor? He does not, but he is Superstar. So the Bucks get 2 Superstars. They did pretty well. Bulldogs. They had a 20-year-old quarterback in James Brown who has hidden. Gilbert Knight, the very balanced player with no weaknesses. James has star. Anybody else? Cedric Hall, the guard, he has star. He's also an 80. That's it for them. Caps. Trent Boyett, the first of the 2 85 overall corners. One of these 2 has to have X Factor, at least. Probably not both, but one of them. Is it Trent Boyett? He has Superstar. Okay, that's pretty good. Hopefully Malcolm Tremblay has X Factor. That would be funny. Does Roy Kenya have a dev? He does not. But what about Tremblay? The man, the myth, the legend has star. Okay. So nothing crazy for Tremblay. So, no X Factors for the Caps, but they do have a superstar who's already ridiculously good now. Cardinals. I don't think they had any hitters. Will Whitehead is a normal. Yeah, all the guys I picked were normal. Timer was a normal. Chargers. Alan Bluffington has X Factor. There you go. So, Bluffington has X, and Boyett has Superstar. He is that's like the worst one. Come on. So we're up to 7 X Factors. What about Vincenzo Pagiotti at quarterback? You're 53 tackle. Okay, I'll check that one in a second. After we see Big Vincenzo, he has star. What did Frazetta have? I think he had star too. No, he had normal. Elmer's was a star. Harold Miles, 53 overall tackle. What was the better pick, Peters or Bluffington? Well, Bluffington was picked later in the round, and he's an 85, so I guess by default him, but Peters has been the better player thus far. So, you can, I guess, go either way. Who are we on now? We are on the Chiefs. I don't know if they had any hits. I guess they didn't. Colts. I kind of spoiled this one in Discord, but Billy Costigan has Superstar X Factor, so we are up to 8 X Factor players in this class. He is Avalanche. Oh my, that's a good one. And Tip Drill. So Billy Costigan looks like an absolute machine. Kendrick Brown was a rookie last year. Malik Claiborne, I think, might have that hit, and he does not. That's it for the Colts. Cougars. Does Smokey have X Factor? I would have guessed yes, but we've already had 8. I don't think FG made a class with like 10 X Factors. Smokey DeBud has star. I'm disappointed, though. I was hoping he'd be a machine. Mark Lee is normal, yes. Sewell is normal. Yeah, I think Colbert was the only hidden. Cowboys. Oh boy, we're almost up to us. I'm scared. Matt Woodard was a hidden. What if Matt Woodard has X Factor? That would be something. Oh my goodness! Matt Woodard has Superstar X Factor. Okay then. Quarterback change in Dallas ensuing. We're doing. I mean, I know Colbert. We'll do Colbert first. Okay, that's fair. So the Cowboys have now had 2 straight years with X Factors after getting the man, the myth, legend, Quentin Pierre. All right, that brings us to the Diablos. Okay, we're gonna start the Texans. Zachy and Colbert. That doesn't mean Chip has Superstar. I mean, who knows? I don't know what he has. I do know what this guy has, though. Who is Weber? Chris Weber? Okay, I'll check him. But first, we have Zachy and Colbert. What does everybody think Colbert has? Before we check. I'm not going to guess because I know I will guess for Chip because I don't know. What do we think Zachy and Colbert has? Could it be X Factor? 1 for X Factor, 1 for 2 for 3 for Star. 2 for X. Well, 2 of you guys are right. Zachy and Colbert does have Superstar X Factor, so that puts us up to 10 X Factors in the class. And we have not seen Chippendale yet. Or Chris Webber, although I don't think he's going to have it. He is normal, okay. Alright, moment of truth. What do we think Chippendale has? I don't think he is X Factor. I don't. Because I think FG wanted to get his really good quarterback prospect out of the way last year in Riley Painter. So I don't think Chip is going to have X. I think Chip and Dale will have Superstar. And I will be happy with the Superstar. 1 vote for 2, 3 for Superstar, and 1 for Star. 1 for X. I'll be happy with the Superstar. Phil Chippendale has Superstar. There we go. I knew it. Okay, I'll take it. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. So the X Factor quarterbacks in this class were Zach Colbert and Matt Woodard. I would not have expected Woodard from a mile away. FG could not make his 2 top quarterbacks star. Yeah, no. I didn't think he would. So there you go. Those are the devs. We have 10 X Factors. That's a lot. Let's take a look at the injury report here then. Oh my goodness! Riley Painter has ruptured his disc and he is out for 7 weeks. Okay then. That's a pretty big deal. Wow. Huh. Case Keenum time, I believe, in Miami. Riley Painter is going to be missing half of the year. That is quite significant. F in the chat for the Dolphins. Also, welcome, Husker. I don't know if you were here for the devs, Husker, but your tight end Carter has X Factor. So, if you didn't see, congratulations. You got yourself Darren Waller, but even better than Darren Waller. Doesn't look like there were any new significant injuries this week. Other than Painter, which is obviously a very big deal. No player above star, but Smirnov's like an X Factor, so you're in good shape. You're not wrong. He does play like an X Factor. Did you take that L? You guys, I think, had a bye week? Yeah, Niners had a bye week, so no L's. No L's, but no dubs. Alright, week 7. We already have the poll up for week 7, but here's a refresher, I guess. And then week 8 will still be on Saturday, which means the trade deadline will still be on Saturday. Never lost. This Dolphins Thunderbird game would be really interesting if Riley Painter was not a cripple. But unfortunately he is, so Painter really has not been the generational guy we thought he'd be, which is shocking. Yes. Now, I'm still willing to give Painter time, but Alexei Smirnov has been the better quarterback. And now Riley Painter is going to miss most of the rest of the year. So, his career has not started off the way it was supposed to. Although, again, there's still time. He's still young, but he's been disappointing. The Painter Mahomes Bowl is ruined. F in the chat. So that'll end the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I guess next stream will be Saturday.